Today I want to show my opinion about the results Indonesian versus Bahrain yesterday. Okay, the Indonesian national team drew 2-2 against Bahrain in the third match of Group C of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers in the Asian zone at the Bahrain National Stadium. On Friday, October 11, 2024 at 11 p.m. Western Indonesian time. The Indonesian national team actually came close to winning and was leading with 2 points scored by Ragnar Atmangun and Rafael Struijk. The Garuda squad failed to win because the match was made by clear indication from the Omani referee, who seems to favor the home team, Bahrain, through his vacating. The questionable decision was Ahmed Al-Kaf's failure to blow the final whistle even though the time was up. Even though the match time indicated an additional 6 minutes, Al-Kaf did not end the match until the 96th minute. The match continued and finally Bahrain got a chance through a corner kick and a goal was scored. Bahrain equalized through a goal by Mohamed Mahroun in the 99th minute. This goal was immediately validated by the Omani referee, who then quickly ended the match, making his decision very unfair. So, I think this is my opinion about the match Indonesian versus Bahrain. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
A few moments later.
Okay, now I want to tell you about the simple present. What is a simple present tense? Simple present tense is a form of tense used to express events that occur regularly, routinely, or commonly done in the present. What does present mean? Present in simple present tense means now, and then simple means it's simple. And tense is the form of the verb according to the time period used. When is present tense used? When someone wants to express an event or a general fact that is happening now. In addition, simple present tense is also used in a conditional sentence type 0 and conditional sentence type 1 pattern followed by simple future tense. In the terms of name, the formula for this tense is not too complicated. The reason we often use this tense in everyday life. Before diving deeper, it is better if we recall the structure of a sentence. So we can say a sentence if it consists of the following three things. Number 1, S is subject. Number 2, P is predicate. Number C is complement. But there are only two mandatory ones, namely the subject and the predicate. Roman simple present tense. Have you ever read the article about type of sentence? If so, of course you understand that a sentence can be verbal or nominal. So the name predicate is not always a verb. In the verbal sentence, after the subject will be followed by a verb, be. Meanwhile, in the nominal sentence, after the subject will be accompanied by a noun-verb that we usually know as an auxiliary verb or to be. What is a simple present tense formula? In the general, its simple present tense formula is subject plus verb 1 or SRES plus complement. For positive sentence with a verbal pattern, if the pattern is nominal, then the present tense formula becomes subject plus auxiliary verb to be plus complement. Nominal simple present tense. How to make a simple present tense sentence? Here is the simple present tense formula that you can use. Number 1, plus subject plus to be plus complements. And then subject plus to be plus not and the plus complement. And then to be plus subject and plus complement. Examples of simple present tense with nominal sentence patterns: plus I am an international school student. I am a student. She's not an international school student. She's not a student. A student. Is she an international school student? Is she a student? Adverb of frequency. Always is selalu, usually biasanya, sometimes kadang-kadang, often sering, seldom jarang, never gak pernah, 3 times a day 3 hari sekali, 3 times a week 3 hari per minggu, once a month sebulan sekali, every day setiap hari, dan every month is setiap bulan. Verbal simple present tense. The formula plus mean and tanda tanya of the simple present tense for the verbal pattern is subject plus verb 1 plus s or es plus complement. Subject plus do or does not plus verb 1 plus complement. Do or does plus subject plus verb 1 plus complement. In a dictionary dance with the previous dictation in the verbal sentence, you do not need to add to be after the subject because the verb is the one that is in charge of being the predicate. So if you make a sentence with a third person subject, he, she, it singular subject, there are some verbs that must be ended with s or es and ended. Positive or affirmative simple present tense. Number 1, I live in Jakarta. Number 2, he lives in Jakarta. Simple present tense question or interrogative. In the question sentence pattern, it is divided into 2 parts, namely yes or no questions. Do I work? Does he work? As the name of the type suggests, namely yes or no questions. So you only need to answer the question about with yes I do or yes he does. Yes he does. WH question. What do you think when you read WH? Exactly, it is an English question word that is closely associated with the prefix W and H. What do I play? Who do you play? When does he play? Where does she play? Why do we play? How do they play? WH question. There is an integrative form with WH question verb sentence. The pattern is WH question plus do or does plus subject plus form. The WH question is placed at the beginning of the sentence before to be example. When does he go to school? Why do you love badminton so much? One thing you need to pay attention to when you use does in your verb sentence. The verb doesn't need to use the C, the S or ES ending anymore because the S or ES is already represented through the does. What are some examples of simple present tense? Positive sentence. She wants to be a doctor. Cows eat grass. They speak English at the office. He likes bananas. They play basketball every morning. Negative sentence. They don't have any money. Lala doesn't see Peter in the class. My best friend doesn't love you. You don't listen to me. California is not in United Kingdom. Question sentence. Do they talk a lot? Does he play tennis? Does your father drink coffee? Where does he lunch? Does he ride the motorcycles? Yeah. What are the characteristics of simple present tense sentence? Using verbs in their basic form, infinitive or familiar irregular verbs. Example, I play soccer every weekend. Play is a verb in its basic form. Number 2, using auxiliary verbs, namely do or does, for verbal sentence and negative and interrogative form. Example: she doesn't eat meat. Doesn't is does not. Auxiliary verb in the negative form for the subject she. Do you like chocolate? Do is auxiliary verb for questions with the subject you. In the present tense, they are usually adverb of time such as always, usually, often, rarely, never, every, day, week, month, or year. Example: I always drink a coffee in the morning. Function and the use of simple present. Aside from expressing fact, when can we use the simple present tense in the sentence? The answer is in the image below. 1. General truth. State the general truth or absolute truth. Number 2. Repeat actions. Show daily activities. Number 3. Express feeling or emotions. Number 4. The scheduled event, talking about events in the near future. Number 5 is comment or instruction, expressing comment or instruction. General truth or generalization or fact. In the world, we cannot escape from absolute truth or general truth. Well, generalization means truth that cannot be challenged. So, simple present is a sentence form to state something concrete. An example of the sentence is the earth revolves around the sun. Habitual or daily activities, aka repeated actions. If you heard the word habit, you can definitely guess the meaning easily. Yep, simple present tense also function to show habits or daily activities, aka activities or schedules that you do repeatedly. Example: we go to school by bus every morning. Express feeling and emotions. Are you sad? Or maybe you are thinking about something? Don't hesitate. You can express it through simple present tense sentence. Example: feelings: I am sad too. Hear your bad news. Emotion: I always thankful because I have a great best friend. The scheduled event in the near future or familiar with future conditions. What is meant by this function is that the simple present tense is also used to discuss activities or events that are scheduled in the near future. In addition, this tense is commonly used in discussing transportation schedules. For example, the train departed at 8 a.m. Command or instruction. Have you ever watched a cooking tutorial? Look no further. You must have often read instruction or comments on your phone, right? For example, in the following sentence, draw pattern or use fingerprints or to unclock. Draw pattern or use fingerprint to unclock. Pour the juice into the cup. Okay, thank you.